Drama begins with the protagonist, high school student Maya Kisaragi, suffering from unrequited love for a boy named Yamade Kun from the garden club. While watching him spraying plants, her best friend Chigachian suddenly comes up to her and asks if she's tired of watching the mushroom. Maya is shy and embarrassed. After all, her unrequited love has been with her for 6 months, and she decides that it is time to take her feelings to the next level. Hiding behind a tree in the garden, Maya decides to confess to Yamada-kun, who has just come out to meet her in the garden alley. She suddenly jumps out from behind the tree. Maya is embarrassed and says that she likes him and suggests exchanging phone numbers. The guy is not just surprised, Yamada-kun is in wild shock. At first he asks her who she is, but without waiting for an answer, he shoots out of the blue and runs away from Maya. Meanwhile, in the same garden, Chijiro Sui, a boy athlete known to everyone in high school, is training on a treadmill under the supervision of a group of girls who are proud of his achievements and are fans of the handsome man. The next day, sitting in the library, Maya Kisaragi reads on a social network how Yamade Kun posted a comment for all to see that a stranger had allegedly molested him yesterday and he was ambushed, probably by a stalker. Maya, in despair, remarks out loud that he is cruel to write such a thing about her. Suddenly, it turns out that Chijiro Sui is on duty at the library today, the same athlete who was quietly lying on the couch at the time and happened to be there and heard everything. Chijiro understood everything at once, but offered his help, support, and understanding, and believed that if Maya wanted to speak out about the situation, it would ease her suffering from a broken heart. Maya decided to share her opinion. It was painful to stop loving the person she had been secretly loving for 6 months, but if she knew that he would publish her confession on the social network, she would never have confessed to him, as if she did not need mutual love and her boyfriend was not involved at all. But suddenly Maya jumped up, apologized, and assured him that she was ashamed of this terrible story. Chijiro-kun only replied that she had a very beautiful smile, and Maya thanked him and left. The next day, Maya's classmate Tezuko-kun, who also suffers from unrequited love for her, approaches her, calls her a bookish soul, and asks her to find the books he needs, and also asks about the story of her broken heart, making unpleasant comments about Yamada's remarks. He advises her to forget this creepy guy. Chagachin comes running up, invites Maya to go out with the students next Sunday, and gives her second piece of advice. The best way to forget about rejection is to find a new love. Maya agrees and thinks about going on a date with the student. Early in the morning, Maya Kisaragi-san is traveling to school on the train and thinks out loud to herself, "Will I ever meet a guy I can fall in love with again?" Soon Chihiro-kun comes up and says that she is thinking out loud and can hear everything. Maya asks if she is considered strange. Chihiro replies that it's not strange and also tells her how he often saw her on this train, smiling and looking happy, which made him feel happy. Maya explains that she used to have fun, but now the holiday is over and she wants to cry. In response, she receives an offer to play the game of unrequited love instead of looking for another boyfriend, which will help her not to be sad. The next day, while on duty at the library, Maya Kisaragi comes to Chijiro Sui about the offer to play unrequited love and gives him a list with the rules of the game, what to do in such cases, and explains that it is like stalking. Unrequited love is a form of love in which one person feels a strong emotional attraction to another but does not reciprocate. As a rule, such a person turns into a smart stalker after falling in love. After Chihiro rereads the list of rules, he notices that it is tiring and returns the list to her. Maya assures him that it's a lot of fun and asks him to keep their game a secret so that no one else will write nonsense about it on social media. Chihiro agrees to everything, and so the game began. Let's go through the list. Count how many times you have met the person you are secretly in love with. The goal is 5 times. Count how many times you have looked at each other. Collect the necessary information about your loved one. First, you need to find out what time he comes to school. The next morning, the stalker gamers met again on the train to discuss the rules of the game of unrequited love. Later, Chihiro Sui told us that on days when he has an early training session, he comes to school at 7 in the morning. On weekends, he usually trains in Oniwa Park. Maya tries to explain that her heart is beating fast because of unrequited love, and she also thanks for the valuable information about her loved one. Then, according to the action plan for the game of unrequited love, Maya comes to training on her day off to watch her loved one from behind a tree. But Chihiro notices her and decides to talk to her. From the dialogue, we learn that athletics is a lonely sport, that Chihiro loves to run, and Maya just wants to get away from something. The world of the game brings the characters closer together, makes it possible to understand their feelings, but to think that the most popular high school athlete and a bookish soul are together. No, it is simply impossible. Therefore, the stalker considers her loved one to be very challenging, which makes her think and tries to follow the rules of the game and go further down the list. The next rule is to love what your loved one likes. So Chihiro Sui loves to run, so a new morning comes and Maya decides to go for a run. After overcoming a short distance, she falls down, and she can't imagine how Chihiro can love it. And go out for a workout every morning? The next day, Maya can barely stand on her feet when she goes to class, and her classmate Tezuko-kun meets her, offers to help her get to class, and asks what happened to her legs. Maya assures him that she just ran a little bit, and now she feels sore in her muscles. Tezuku immediately realizes who she was running with and notices her feelings for Chihiro Sui, and starts to get nervous about it, most likely out of jealousy. One Sunday, Maya receives a text message on her phone, and she is shocked. Her beloved is asking her out. A long-awaited meeting, Chihiro suggests going to the temple, but before that they need to walk a little bit through the long road of the park recreation area, and the exit through the many steps tire Maya. Her legs still hurt, her muscles groan. The request to walk slowly is accepted by Chihiro with understanding. They enter the nearest souvenir and gift shop. Maya chooses a pair of keychains that connect people. It looks so cute and touching. Of course, Chihiro bought them and gave them to Maya as a memento of their meeting. At the end of the date, the stalkers decided to talk about their secret feelings. It seems that they are in love today. The game was very fun, and they decided to continue playing unrequited love anyway. Their faces showed joy, and the feeling of happiness did not allow them to be sad. One day at school, Maya's best friend Chagachin came to Maya and asked if she had fallen in love with someone again. Maya began a mysterious conversation, saying that she had a loved one. To be honest, it was just a game and she shouldn't have fallen in love with him. The boyfriend was not her level and very popular at school. He was very kind to her, probably out of pity, and most likely she was not good for him. The friend said that if she loved him, then nothing else mattered, and she should confess her feelings to him, but Maya already regretted that she had promised not to fall in love with anyone for real at the beginning of this game. Once again, Chihiro Sui is on duty at the library when Hanasaki-san comes to him and offers to meet him on the roof to discuss something important. Out of jealousy, Maya quickly gathers some things, tells Chihiro-kun that she and Hanasaki will make a good couple, and leaves the library. While Chihiro-kun goes to talk to Hanasaki-san, Tezuka-kun comes to see Maya and tries to tell her about his feelings for her, but first decides to ask what kind of game of unrequited love is this? Isn't that what she and Chihiro are playing? Maya tries to explain that Chihiro-kun was trying to comfort her after her heart was broken. Tezuka points out that if the main goal was to heal her heart wound, then Chihiro-kun shouldn't necessarily be her partner, should he? Then Tezuka gets up, walks closer to Maya, and offers to play unrequited love with him. He wants to express his feelings, then hugs Maya, admits that he likes her very much and doesn't want to see her sad, and he has already noticed that Maya, playing this game with Chihiro, is the only one who suffers in the end, and he is frankly worried about her. In response to his confession, Maya politely apologizes and leaves. Maya needs support, so she goes back to her best friend Chagakian, who tells her an interesting story. She used to go to high school with Chihiro-kun and Tezuko-kun. They were good friends and trained on the same sports team, but Chihiro showed better results than Tezuko, so he decides not to compete anymore and quit, even though Tezuko-kun used to think that athletics was everything for him. After a while, Chihiro meets Maya in the garden and asks her what happened between her and Tezuko. Is it true that he hugged her? Without waiting for an answer, Chihiro went up to Maya, hugged her, kissed her gently on the neck, and asked her not to let anyone touch her. He also explained about Hanasaki-san, but the truth is that he's not interested in dating anyone right now because he already has Maya. Chihiro didn't want to stop playing the game of unrequited love until Maya's heart wounds healed properly. Maya decides to explain the situation. If she says that the wounds are healed, then the game will be over and everything will be as it was before. That hug and kiss will mean nothing. It was just a game, not real. Maya feels either very happy or very sad. In general, being with Chihiro is painful. And then Maya gets scared when she realizes that the girls in the garden saw their embrace, turns and starts to run away, runs out to the road where a car suddenly honks. Chihiro catches up with her and saves her from the car, but gets hurt himself. In the hospital, it turns out that Chihiro Sui was injured, sprained his leg, and is left for treatment and rehabilitation. Most likely he will lose his form and miss the competition in the Kant tournament. Feeling guilty about what happened to Chihiro-kun, Maya decides to visit him in the hospital and find out how his rehabilitation is going. Chihiro tells her that he has almost regained his form and plans to take part in the tournament, and invites her to the competition to cheer him on. Maya decides to end this game of unrequited love. She thanked Chihiro for finding the right words for her at the right time and assured him that the wounds had healed and the pain of her broken heart had long since passed. Maya also apologized for what she had said earlier about feeling pain when she was with Chihiro, although she had fun and it was the best romantic mood and time spent together. Maya thanked him again for everything and left. The day of the tournament came and Kanta, Chigachian, Tuzuka, and the other students came to cheer on their athletes. Tuzuka-kun was surprised to see Chigachian in the company of fans, but she explained to him that Maya once said that we start to like the same things as the person we like. Isn't that what happens in the world of unrequited love? Maya receives a strange message on her phone. The girls who saw them in the garden that day took a picture of Chihiro hugging Maya and posted it on social media, where they immediately received stupid comments. Maya was shocked, and Tuzuka immediately called to calm the stalker down, saying that Chihiro Sui was out of shape anyway and that he would not win the Cant tournament, but he was warming up on the treadmill as if nothing had happened, and if she wanted to come and support him, she could. Maya runs to the tournament, starts cheering for him, not looking back at the strange looks of the students, shouts at Chihiro to fight for his victory. The students at the tournament greeted her with a negative discussion. This is the same girl from the photo in the arms of the athlete that was posted on social media. The Cant tournament is over. Chihiro Sui did not win. After changing clothes after the competition, he went out into the yard, but it turned out that Maya had already gone home. Chihiro decides to catch up with her and finds her in the library. He explains his appearance by saying that he is still completing the task from the game Unrequited Love, and he is her stalker, to which Maya replies that they stopped playing this game a long time ago. Yes, but Chihiro was afraid of losing his feelings for her and continued to play alone. He began to explain that he understood why it hurt to be with him and why she didn't want a relationship, but he really wanted her wounds to heal. Chihiro confessed that he had been hopelessly in love with Maya for a long time, and Maya had been hopelessly in love with someone else all along, but talking to her allowed him to feel the joy and pain of unrequited love at the same time. Maya showed him how hopelessly you can love someone. Chihiro confessed that he loved Maya, and from that moment on he didn't want to play anymore. He wanted to date for real, and he asked Maya to be his girlfriend, and she agreed in return. They hugged each other, Chihiro kissed Maya, and remained happy and mutually in love.